Hello, welcome to the Carousel of Conversations. You're in for a real treat. Join us as we take a spin through the past, present, and future of all things Disney. Here, where there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a podcast away. Let the podcast begin.
Hello, world.
Noah.
I just looked down at Noah for the recording right after we started, and Noah's like,
Yeah,
What am I supposed to look like?
he's like a golden retriever.
that's what he looked like. Oh, that's so funny. Well, I am, guess what, guys? Very excited for today's
Of course
episode.
you are. Of course.
Well,
it is pretty cool though, because we're finally in a video format.
I'm trapped in a box.
Yes,
Help.
so now we are video and audio format, so that'll be super fun.
Everyone
both
knows
worlds.
now that we don't record in the same room. Like, we're not
Because one of our
together.
rooms looks really a lot better, and we're not going to say whose it is. But one of them
fine.
definitely
It-
looks better, and it's definitely not RJ's. We'll just say that.
I like my room. It's like my personal space, but most of the stuff is like right in front of me. It's not like right behind me. Like, you know, the cool stuff is all happening in front of me. So
Are you criticizing all of my stuff right behind me?
Ooh,
no,
you just
no,
criticized
I'm
it.
saying like my
She is one
background
room
isn't
away
cool.
and has a flip flop.
but-
I'd be scared.
But no, I am really excited for our first video podcast. We've been doing this for a while now. This is
Not the
episode
video.
26. And so getting started with something new and doing the video this time around, I think it's going to be super fun and a new format, a new way to kind of get to have other content available, I guess. And I'm just now realizing that when I shake my leg, like my whole camera shakes a little bit, and that's hilarious to me. So I've got to be very careful with that. But today we have another fun and exciting episode planned for the topic. Why are you guys laughing at me? Because I'm just
Because I
so
can't
random
look
and
at Noah
ADHD.
without laughing.
The giggle monster is wild today, okay? We need to get him in a cage, wrap him up, put
Okay,
him in
so
a pyramid.
before we started recording the video, I was explaining to the guys how nervous I was because I felt like I just had the giggles. And Noah said, if you bite your tongue, you won't laugh. That doesn't,
It doesn't work.
Noah.
It doesn't work. I heard it. It was false. So we all bit our tongue. We could all see each other biting our tongues and look at each other, and then we all started laughing.
Oh, no, not all of us. Maybe you too.
I said all of us, didn't I?
RJ doesn't laugh. RJ giggles.
Okay.
Giggle
Well,
monster.
today's episode, we are going to be talking about the best and worst sidekicks or side characters or companions
Or RJ.
or something like that. We are going to be talking about the best and worst companions on the either Disney or Marvel or even like Star Wars type characters, anything that's Disney owned right now. We're going to kind of talk about those as characters. And so that's going to be kind of our topic. We'll go down through different topics like most helpful, most useless, funniest, that sort of stuff. And we'll each share our own sort of category for that. And so this will be super fun and super exciting. But
You
we're
know,
going to go ahead
side
and
characters can really make the movie.
They really
Yeah.
Like,
can.
they're important people.
They might
Yeah.
be the side, but you know, like just like in a good meal, the side is always the best part.
That's true.
Honestly, though.
Much rather have a side than the main course.
Like at Ohana, the pineapple bread, that is way better than
Yes. I
anything
mean,
else there.
I don't like
Yes.
pineapple, so maybe I'm just weird. but-
RJ, you are.
You don't giggle.
Like, that is
you're
the
the pineapple.
best
You are the
bread.
sidekick. You are the sidekick.
Or is he the main course?
You're the sidekicks who make the movie.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started with our first category, and we will jump right into all these different topics. The first one is going to be the most helpful sidekick. The most helpful sidekick. Jesslyn, who'd you have for the most helpful sidekick?
Okay, so I think it was obvious that the most helpful sidekick is Genie, because literally he helps Aladdin get to where he needs to be. He can grant wishes. He can do all this other stuff, and he sings, and he's funny. So he's definitely, in my opinion, the most helpful sidekick.
The singing
Yeah.
does help. It really
It does
does.
help. Yes.
I really
Singing is
like the
good.
Genie. Yeah. I really like
He's
the
a very
genie. I
good
had a
character.
hard
He's
time
funny.
not picking him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He checks off all the boxes,
He
literally.
does. He's very helpful.
Yeah. Noah, who'd you pick for your most helpful character or side character?
So I had two, but I'm only going to go with one.
No way. No
I'm
way.
going to choose the fairy godmothers.
Oh, from Sleeping Beauty.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I almost said
They
Cinderella.
literally
But
some of the most
are
important
they
people.
helpful because like they let her out before they were supposed to?
We don't
Is
talk
that
about that part.
helpful?
We
I
don't talk
mean,
about
like-
that part. They're
That's
helpful
the
to
whole
take her
reason
away
that
at
she fell
first.
into the curse is because they weren't doing their job correctly.
Well, I mean, they chose to dress the color of her dress, so
Did
like
they? They
that's very
fought
helpful.
over that.
Exactly, they help decide. It's called teamwork and deciding for one goal.
Okay. What was your other one then, or is it one of ours?
Is not one of yours.
Oh.
Okay,
What
what
else
was
were
your
you
other one?
thinking?
It was Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio.
I feel like Jiminy
Yeah,
Cricket
that's
would
pretty
be
good.
better.
Because he's literally Pinocchio's consciences.
Yeah. Nope. Don't make it plural.
No.
Conscience.
you saw her like, no.
You saw the immediate reaction, which means if you are interested in this podcast, you should watch the video format because our facial reactions are literally
yeah.
half the episode.
I guess we have to
They're
like mention
bad.
that stuff now.
Yeah, no, our facial expressions make the episode.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, I think the most helpful companion or sidekick or whatever is going to be R2D2. I mean, just think about it. Like every time somebody needs help
Speaking
or
of facial
anytime some
expressions.
character needs help, it's definitely going to be R2. Like R2 is going to be my most go-to best companion.
I
ever.
agree, honestly, because he shot the lightsaber out for Luke. Okay. This is actually a theory that the entire Star Wars
Don't go
trilogy.
into Jar Jar or whatever.
I love that guy.
close.
He's my favorite Star Wars
I
character.
love Jar Jar. I love
Jar
Jar Jar.
Jar.
I don't know what's wrong with them with everyone else. But the theory is that the first and second trilogy of Star Wars, or I guess the only two, that fan prequel series was like, I don't know about that. It was fan made.
Yeah.
The only two are actually told by the perspective of R2D2. Because if you look at all the movies and how like they're made and stuff, it's almost
Yeah.
like you only see through R2's perspective. So like a lot of the scenes and stuff, only R2 would be able to see those, or like R2's in those scenes, so like it's coming from his perspective. Of course, he uses a little
Yeah.
bit more narrative like additions that probably weren't exactly true, but that's also R2's
Yeah.
personality to stretch the truth.
Yeah.
I can't contribute to this conversation, so great
Besides
pick.
Jar Jar Binks.
We'll go ahead and move on then to the most useless side character.
You know, okay, this one actually, I feel like I came up with more useless characters than what I thought I was going to. Like in general, this episode was kind of difficult for me. I even had my students help me with some of it, but like,
She cheated.
I did not cheat. I was brainstorming.
RJ,
okay?
we know we both use
we encourage
ChatGPT
that
for
in
this.
education.
We both
Yeah.
use ChatGPT for this, which is basically the same thing.
I did not use ChatGPT. Okay. But of all the categories, this one was, I feel like, the easiest because I feel like there's a lot of side characters that are just useless. Like, they don't do anything. They're just the comic relief.
Yeah.
Even
Noah,
sometimes
who's
not even
yours
that.
first?
I'm going to go with Percy from Pocahontas,
Yes.
the little pug. That thing
Yes.
just takes a bath and then leaves and like almost dies 3 times. That's all the thing does. That's all it does. I know it's the bad guy side character, but it still counts. Like it does
Oh.
absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
I guess he would be considered a bad guy character, like side character.
Yeah.
He was
Interesting.
kind of
Yeah.
evil. Like the dog even was not a good
The
person.
dog was evil. But doesn't he become like nice to John Smith at the end?
Maybe, yeah, but still, he's
Maybe.
he's kind of like
Yeah.
a stuck-up pug, and I don't like him.
Yeah. I mean, where's that thing around his neck the whole time?
Yeah, exactly. Like the white. I don't even know what they're
Yeah,
called, but
I don't know what they're called either.
Some kind of collar.
RJ,
I
who
feel
do you
like
think's useless?
Jesselyn's gonna get mad at me for this one because we were
no.
discussing it before a little bit, and she's like, "No." But my most useless character is LeFou.
Ooh.
What? Useless?
Yeah,
He's not
the
useless.
most useless. What does he do that is beneficial at all?
Okay, so well,
He makes a brew.
he does decide to go against Gaston at the end and
Yes.
like help defeat and let the beast win.
He has a fantastic drink in Gaston's Tavern.
The storyline
LeFou's very good.
for that movie.
Worth the
If
character
you
in
take
its entirety.
LeFou out, there is no change to the actual
Okay,
movie.
time out. In the French Pavilion at Epcot, when you
This is a
watch
completely different area.
when you watch the Beauty and the Beast sing along, it's not actually the real Beauty and the Beast. It's told from LeFou's viewpoint, and so you get to see his backstory, and you see that he actually helped a lot in the movie.
Oh.
You just don't see it in the original. So
Nah, he's still useless.
Well, I mean, what would happen if LeFou didn't sing that song about Gaston?
The people in the bar would sing the song.
that's a good side character song.
It's a good side character song, so he's worth that, I think. Right?
Useless.
I don't know.
I don't
This is
know.
a
Just say who's
debatable one.
better. Who's better for you?
Better or more useless?
Like who's more
useless?
useless?
Who's better at being useless than LeFou?
Okay. I don't feel like this is a very popular opinion because he's so cute, but he doesn't do anything in the whole movie, and that's Flounder.
Yeah.
Flounder just like
I'll agree
he
with
can't
that.
like once Ariel goes to land, like where'd he
He's
go?
just
Like he's
gone.
no
He's
longer
just
in the
gone.
movie anymore. He
I
can't
think
do
it's
anything.
more of a Sebastian side character is more important than Flounder is. Like Flounder
Or
is just
I would
there
even
at the
say
beginning.
that what's the seagull's name?
Scuttle.
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 Yes, Scuttle. I would even say that he is more significant than what Flounder is. Flounder's
say
just
so.
cute. Like he
He's
doesn't
just
do
there.
anything.
He's just
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Flounder doesn't even have a purpose. Like the whole storyline could do without him really.
He doesn't
as
have
well.
a song about the enemy. He doesn't have a drink in Gaston's Tavern. It's just not a useful character at all.
Not a fit. Not a fit.
Not a fit.
This next category was the most challenging for me, and that is the funniest sidekick or funniest side character.
Who did you end up
This-
picking?
I struggled with this one, but ultimately I landed on Olaf. But
He's
here's my
funny.
thing. And
He is funny.
I need to
I
need to
still laugh
preface
at him.
this. I tried not to copy any of the ones between the different categories. So like there may be a character that I think is a little bit funnier, but I don't want to copy them over from the different categories. So like I wanted to have a
Okay.
unique one for each category. But I think Olaf is the one that would be the funniest for me. So yeah.
Olaf
good
is
choice.
really funny.
He
He's
is
like
funny.
Yeah.
he's like probably my solid favorite side character.
I've seen Frozen how many times, and I still laugh at the yellow snow joke he makes every time he comes into the movie.
I still laugh at Frozen Ever After in Hollywood Studios when they're like, put me in summer and I'll be and everybody in the crowd yells, puddle. And the guy's like, all of
Who
you,
said
get
puddle?
out.
I'm kicking you out of here. It's really fun. Yeah. If you haven't seen the Frozen After like sing along
Oh
show,
yeah, you've got to.
it's not bad. It's not just a whole bunch of 5-year-olds singing "Let
Right.
It Go." It's
Yes.
actually entertaining and a good thing to go to, especially on a hot day.
I slept
Skip-
on that for
skip-
way too long. Like, I saw it for the first time this year. With,
Oh, really?
Like
I
back
saw
in
it
Jan-
last
like
year.
Last
past,
January.
This past
Yeah, last
January.
January.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, why haven't I been watching this sooner? Because I thought it was just a bunch of kids like singing the whole time, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Now, what you can pass on is the Beauty and the Beast one because LeFou is in there and he's useless and Gaston is terrible.
Now I do have to say,
Can we
be
like
careful which
block
Gaston
people
you
off
get.
these calls? Like, is that possible?
Be careful which Gaston you get in that show. That makes or breaks the show. And last time we were there, that Gaston was not it. I'm so sorry.
It was horrible.
Oh, you're talking about the Hollywood Studios show, aren't you?
Yes.
They're both in Hollywood Studios, but yeah.
Yeah. No,
You know-
the Beauty and the Beast sing-alongs in Epcot.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Frozen versus Beauty and the Beast where they were.
I don't know. I could be confused.
No, I'm talking about the Beauty and the Beast one in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Right across from the. She
So
said it
I
was
was
in Epcot.
confused. It isn't Epcot. The
Yeah, there's
sing-along's
two
in
different
Epcot.
ones. Yeah, the one in the France
okay.
Pavilion.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
we
yeah.
were
No, I
really
was talking
confused
about the
over
one
that.
in Hollywood Studios.
What
is
just
happening?
What just happened?
No, the one in Hollywood Studios is bad, though, I think, if you get the wrong guest on and you know who's
Yes.
absent
Yeah.
from that. I'm pretty sure LeFou is not in it, so just saying.
Flounder doesn't have a drink in any of the parks, by the way. Just letting that be known.
Well, I also said that Flounder was useless.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's an actual useless character put in these categories. So doesn't Percy also doesn't have a drink in any of the Disney parks. So
Yeah,
one
I
of us
already
has
forgot
a
what your
drink.
character was, Noah.
One of our worst sidekicks has a drink in Disney World, and I don't know. That doesn't seem too useless to me.
All right, Jocelyn, who's your funniest sidekick?
I had no problem picking this one like you did. My favorite, funniest sidekick is Mushu from Mulan. You know, the little
That's a
dragon.
good one. Yeah.
Don't do that tongue thing. Like, I love
Yeah, that's a good one.
him.
Yeah, he's
so
funny.
Curse on
funny.
you, put a curse on your family, put a curse on your cow. That's the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's so
He's
helpful
such a funny
too.
guy.
Like, he would have been a
He's
good
very
helpful
helpful.
one. He like keeps Mulan safe.
And mentally
Anyways.
okay.
He's hilarious. So like when the live action Mulan came out and like, you know, they didn't have a Mushu in it.
Or
I was like,
songs.
I'm not watching this movie.
Yeah. The no Mushu, like I was like, oh, I'm not watching that. But when they said they won't have I'll make a man out of you, like
Yes.
that was it. That
Yeah.
was it. Like
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
that
I
was
love
awful.
that song.
Yeah.
Such a good
That's
song.
a great one. That is a
Don't
great
listen
song.
to it. It'll get stuck in your head for a week.
No,
Are you
that's
gonna
true.
sing it now that you've mentioned it?
I will
Sing it,
not.
Noah, sing it,
Actually,
sing it,
actually
sing it,
will
sing
not.
it.
I'm on camera. I'm going a little bit too far out of my comfort zone. I can't sing and be on camera and be doing a
Let's
podcast all
get
the
down
same.
to business.
Where's my post-it? No,
You know what was funny? I when I
defeat.
wasn't using Chat GPT to help me figure out who the side characters were. One of the side characters that they said was a side character was Stitch. But
Stitch is a main character.
What?
I feel like Stitch is a main character,
Yeah, he's
not
a main
side character. But he
yeah,
would be
if,
funny.
if a movie, if your name is in the movie title, you are not a side character.
Yeah,
you're
I
getting
feel like
live
he's
action
the main
remake?
character.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
main character.
Who is yours, Noah?
Mine was Maximus.
As your
Oh,
funniest
yeah.
I like-
one.
yeah, Maximus
he's
is
good.
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he as a character who just doesn't say anything the entire movie because he's a horse. His like body movement and his like
Yes.
able to say something without actually saying anything is hilarious.
Yeah.
he does such a good
I
job.
fe- I feel like you need to explain who Maximus is and what movie he's
Oh,
from. So
he's the
'cause, you
white
know,
horse from
not
Tangled.
everybody knows.
So like the one
yeah.
that like chases down Flynn Rider by himself in the beginning of the movie. So that's the
Yeah.
horse.
He's good.
He was funny.
He's good.
And that's the end of my
Yeah,
point.
no, I like him. Yeah, but
It
I
was
would,
funny.
I would be like, I would probably take pause for a minute, and like, who's Maximus?
Yeah.
you know, like that's one of those characters that's not.
I wouldn't, 'cause I'm a
well
true
known.
Yeah,
fan.
no, I me too. I think RJ, you just forgot who Maximus was, and you're just trying to write it off on everyone else that you didn't remember.
No, I actually put him as my best animal, and then I had to swap him out. So, like, I had him. Yeah, I had him on there. So, definitely did. All right, our next category is most annoying sidekick. Most annoying sidekick. We
I'm
will
so
let-
mad because Noah took mine.
Well, both of you can say it.
Yeah, we can
Why
talk
don't
about
both
it.
of you say it at
Fine.
the same
No,
time?
it doesn't work. It never works.
It would be so off time. Our faces would be different. It would
All
be
right, let's
really
try
weird.
it. Are you ready?
Okay.
On three.
So 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1.
Who starts with three, Noah? One,
A lot
two,
of people, like for race cars and stuff, like for like races, you go 3, 2, 1, go.
three. Okay.
See, I'm right.
thinking,
I want that put on a
one,
post-it. No, I want that put on.
two.
No, record this. I need my receipt that I was right at Tuesday, February 25th at 9:12 p.m. I need this on a
No,
receipt.
don't act like you watch sports, Noah.
Okay, fine.
Okay, how about Rock and Roller Coaster? They start off the roller coaster by saying 3,
Do they?
2, 1.
Okay, fine.
They
We'll
do.
go on 1.
Yay! Okay. 3.
Wait, after 1? After 1. After 1.
2.
1. Zazu!
Zazu!
He's the worst! I hate him so much.
Awful.
I hate Zazu. He is so annoying.
He doesn't do anything. I'm so sorry.
Doesn't. Well, like
Even in Mufasa, he's just like the really high part of the
yes.
song, and that's about it.
When anytime it was like on Mufasa, like they like screened to Zazu for anything, I was like, boo. Give me another
Yeah.
character. I do not
Yeah.
like Zazu.
He's
I
a
will say
good
that
villain.
I put another.
You didn't like his line with the flamingo?
Oh, that he always had a crush on a flamingo.
Yeah, it was super funny.
Anyway, what were you saying, Justin?
I question your humor. I did put another character down that I think is annoying, and it's from my favorite Disney film, and it's Cogsworth. Because he's just like, no, we can't do that. No, we
Stuck-up
can't do
little
that.
brat.
And I'm like, you're taking away all the fun. Like,
Yeah,
let them
exactly,
have
like-
fun.
Like, he's against Be Our Guest. He's against her having a nice room. He's against her going to
Yes.
the West Wing.
No.
Which, if he wasn't in the movie, I don't think anything would have changed. Unlike LeFou, which would a lot of things have changed if LeFou was
Absolutely.
like
Tons
the
of
entire.
things would change.
I think Gaston would be a good guy if LeFou wasn't there, but you know, like,
Whatever.
but yeah, Cogsworth. I think Belle still would have gone to the West Wing. Belle still would have gotten Be Our
Absolutely.
Guest.
Yes.
Belle still would have gotten a nice room. Nothing would have changed.
Nothing would have changed. I did like how the live action. Oh wait, no. Never mind. I got it confused. When I was thinking when his wife finds him in the live action once they turn back to humans, like it is that part was
that is
humorous
fun.
to
Yeah,
me.
it
part
was funny.
But like
Yeah.
other than that, like he's not my favorite
He
character.
does get
at
on
all.
my nerves. Like, he's one of those characters that, like, the whole movie I'm thinking, oh, I just want to strangle this dude. You know,
Yeah.
like, that
Yeah.
sort of, like,
Strangleable.
attitude. Yeah, exactly.
He has a cool
All right.
design in the live action, though. I will give him that.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. I liked his design. I like, as the character, he's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool.
All right, RJ. Noah and I agree on Zazu. What are
Mm-hmm.
you thinking?
So this one, I really just don't like him, and that is Bing Bong
Who's
from
your friend
Inside
that likes
Out.
to play?
Yes, he just annoys me. I don't know why, but
It's
he
so
just gets on my
sad,
absolute.
though, when he dies.
I
Spoiler
know.
alert.
That's why I almost didn't put him. But like, as soon as he comes on the
Go
screen, I'm like,
save
oh,
Riley.
Oh my
I'll
goodness!
check
Stop.
out.
I'm gonna cry. That is like
like
one of the
actually
saddest
sad.
scenes. Yes.
Do you retract your
he's
statement?
also
RJ?
super annoying.
Since when?
It's the whole movie. Even his voice is like, as soon as I hear the voice, I'm like, nope, I'm out.
I have a stuffed animal
you
of Bing Bong, and he does smell like
impersonate-
cotton candy.
Does he really?
Yes, he does smell like cotton candy. It's wonderful.
Wow.
And still, like,
Yes.
even after,
Yes, I've had him for like
Wow.
3 years at this point, I think.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and he still smells like cotton candy, so, you know.
So you got him when you were 15?
Don't judge my life choices. It was like my last money during a Disney trip. I had like $10 and he was like 30% off. I'm like, I'm gonna get that.
No, I get it.
you know why
Disney
he
money
was
burns a
30%
hole in
off?
my pocket too.
It was the last day during a special trip in the summer. I'll say that.
You know why he was 30% off?
Because he's a good character and he smells like cotton candy and he's a wonderful person.
And he
he's
saves
annoying.
Riley.
And he has Joy save, and like when Joy's on the wagon and she's talking to him even though he's not on it.
Oh my goodness! Stop! I'm gonna cry. Like we
Inside
can't.
Out
We gotta
is a
move
masterpiece. We can never lose Inside Out.
on. I love the music
right.
to Inside Out too.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
All right, who is your favorite animal sidekick?
Where's
my
that?
God,
Oh, there it
you
is.
almost
Okay.
Who is your favorite animal
Oh,
sidekick?
man, I
Noah,
picked
who's your
two
favorite?
here.
Okay. I chose possibly the funniest animal sidekick out of all of them. I chose Hey Hey from Moana.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Yes.
hey is amazing. I will admit, the chicken
Pork
adds
snack.
nothing. It adds nothing to the story,
absolutely nothing.
but it is
Yeah.
hilarious.
But like every
everything
time
Hey
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 is
does.
on there, it's funny.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time I see Hey Hey, I'm giggling, you know?
Yeah.
When the coconut's put on Hey and like takes off and it looks around and just sees the ocean and like takes a second to decipher it and then just screams. It's so funny.
I love how the
my
ocean
favorite
keeps
thing-
bringing it back too.
Yes. My favorite thing in the first one is when he uses Hey Hey to like Maui uses Hey Hey to sign his oar and he goes tweeting.
Yeah. Also, like, I think he has a good role in the second movie as well. Like, I feel like he has really
Yes.
good funny parts in the second movie too.
Yes.
So, yeah, I
He's a
do
good one.
appreciate that.
Who's yours?
For
No,
my,
I mean RJ, whatever your name is.
Noah and actually, we're actually going over ours to make sure we didn't copy each other, and this was one that we both had the same, and that's Abu. I like Abu a lot for the best animal sidekick. Like he and Aladdin.
Yeah.
He also
just
kicks off the
perfect
story.
together. Huh?
Yeah, he kicks
does.
off the story in the right way because if he wasn't
Yeah.
there to get that big red gem that I wanted to have as a child because I was like, that's a cool looking gem. And like I really wanted it because it was really pretty looking. If he didn't grab that, who knows what would have happened? Maybe Jafar would have had the genie and who knows what would happen to the world after that.
That's true.
No, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, Abu is the best. Jesslyn, who's yours? You had two, right?
I have two. I can decide. Okay. Sven. I love Sven. The
Sven
is
reindeer from Frozen. And I also like
Yeah.
Pua a lot.
Yeah, they're both
'cause
awesome.
He's cute.
I like
like
the
both
big
of
Pua
those.
and Moana too. Where
Yes,
like
he
the little
got
girls
so
are copying them. What was his name? Like Bua or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That
I
is
like
funny.
Bua.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great one. Yeah, Moana has the best animal side characters. Like the animal ones, the Pua, the Sven.
Okay, but even in Moana 2,
Oh,
the
I
new
mean-
side characters like made the movie.
Oh,
They're still,
yeah, I
they're
would
pretty
agree.
good. They're pretty
Yeah,
good.
they're
They're all
good.
human,
Important.
so like, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who?
they
All
are
right. So
human.
that kicks off into the second one, which is the best human side characters. So
Look at this.
who-
I segued. I did the
that!
segue.
And you
Oh
didn't
my
even
goodness.
know.
I didn't know. If you watch the YouTube video, you can see my face go from like completely normal, and then I hear and to human. My face lit up because Justin started pointing at me.
Good job, Noah.
All
I am
right.
so proud of you.
Mine, I had to go Marvel for my best side character that is human, and I went with Ned. You know, the guy in the chair.
He's so
Yeah,
funny.
he's the
Like,
guy in the
I
chair.
remember even the scene from when he like finds out that he's Spider-Man. He's like, "Am I gonna be like your side character, dude?"
Am I your
You
guy in the
know?
chair?
Like your guy in the chair.
Oh, is that what the line was?
I could be the guy in the chair. Because they always all superheroes have a guy in the chair, except for every single one in the Marvel universe. They all have a guy in a chair that like makes sure the mission's going well.
Yep. Yep, that's true.
That's true.
And Ned is like, when he finds out he can do the portals thing, that was super funny
That
too.
was funny.
Like,
Yes.
he just has so many good moments when he drops the Death Star, when he sees him coming out of costume.
That Death Star hurt my soul. I saw that. I was like, no way. They
Do
did
you
not
have
just
one of
do that.
those, Noah?
I do not, but my cousin does.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
This, I have a Star Destroyer over here. So
Okay.
Jocelyn, who's your best human side character?
Maui.
That's a
Maui
good
is
one.
the best. Like I debated whether or not Maui was even a side character or not, but it's called
he
Moana.
is. Yeah, and he's
So
only there
he's
for
a
like
side
half the
character.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is by far my favorite human side character. He is so funny and he helps Moana a lot, even though he doesn't think he is, but he makes the movie in my opinion. So
He has no
I love
down
him.
moments either. Like he has a good song, he has good humor, he adds a lot to the story. There's no like
Yes.
disadvantages to Maui, and he's
Right.
helpful.
Yeah.
Yep. Now in the
I
second
would agree.
one, I was like,
Yeah, they kind
why
of
are
downplayed
you
him a little
here?
bit. Yeah,
But the first
he's
one,
like
But
the
there were
old
some
mentor.
good moments with him in the second movie.
Dude,
He's like
what?
he's like the Karate Kid, like wax on, wax off guy in the second Moana. Do you
Yeah.
understand that reference?
Yeah,
That's
no, I
exactly
get
who
it. Yeah,
Maui
yeah.
is. That's who Maui is in the second Moana.
Okay, I want to add to mine though. So
Ooh,
not only is
adding.
Maui a good side character, but his little tattoo of himself
Yeah,
is
the
also
side
an
character.
excellent side character.
He's a great
I
addition.
love it. Yes. So they're coming.
Yeah.
They're a package deal.
They are, yeah.
Yep. That's a good one. Who is yours, Noah?
I chose 7 people actually.
Okay.
I chose the 7 dwarves from Snow White.
Those are the best human ones you could come up with.
They saved the movie. Without them, Snow White would still be dead.
Asleep.
Yeah,
Asleep.
asleep, same thing.
So what did Prince Charming do?
The 7 dwarves were the ones that brought Prince Charming over there.
Okay. I think it might have been a while since I've seen Snow White.
It was the first ever. Fun fact about Snow White. While they were making the movie, they actually hadn't settled on the design for the girl of Snow White in the cartoon. So every once in a while, you can see a different image kind of Snow White where she has different characteristics like facial features and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they still hadn't decided what she would look like while they were making it.
That's funny.
Oh,
I think
that's
I'm going to
crazy.
watch it now to see if I can find that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. There's a few
good.
moments. I think it's like half the movie is one way and half the movie is the other way.
Okay. Who's your favorite 7 dwarf?
Ooh.
The ride at Disney World.
That's 7 Dwarfs Mine Train, which that's a whole nother topic that I don't like, but we'll get to that later. I think it's the 2 that I relate to the most, and that is Grumpy and Dopey. I think I relate to those 2 the closest and the most.
Okay,
I wouldn't go with
Jocelyn.
Grumpy.
Jocelyn,
No,
who would you?
I've been Grumpy.
Who would be the 2 that you relate to the most? Then Jocelyn.
I know.
Happy and I don't know. Probably a little bit of Grumpy.
Yeah, I thought so. Is annoyed a dwarf?
You know who RJ would be?
Crazy?
Sneezy and Dopey.
Sneezy and Sleepy.
Yeah,
Because
sleepy.
he sleeps and
sleepy.
he just has allergies all the time.
It's true. It's true.
Sleepy and
You are
sleazy.
kind of like a Dopey, like not in like the dumb side, but like
yeah,
you're just like
no, just
super
clumsy.
loyal. Like
Oh,
you
that too.
are a solid golden retriver.
Oh, well, we did see my face
Are.
before we started recording the podcast when I said hello world. I guess it was her golden retriever face ever.
You did.
Yes, Cecily just said, with a straight face, you are, and then dove at the camera. Laughing. It's kind of scary, honestly.
Sorry.
Oh, that was funny.
Anyway,
All right.
my goodness. We're gonna move on.
Noah,
what's the
who
next
is
section?
your? Oh no, that was me next. I'm sorry.
Oh, whoops. RJ, what's yours?
Yeah. Definitely Timon and. Oh wait. Am I doing?
They
that?
are not human.
They are not human.
We were still in the human section. Wow.
Yeah, we're
I
still
was
humans.
moving on to the I was moving on to the next section, and I have a paper note tonight, like of all mine, and I definitely read the wrong section because I've already read mine for the
Oh
human
my
side of
goodness.
things.
Wait, what was your human?
Ned.
Oh yeah.
You did say that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was
and I like helped you with that one.
Yeah, me
Man, I've
too.
got terrible
How
memory.
do we forget that?
Ugh.
I was already moving on to the next section, which is
Was it memorable?
I bet you
In this
$5 I know
moment.
RJ's next side character is.
Wonder if it's Timon and Pumbaa.
You know what? And that's good for this next category, which is who stole the show. Timon and Pumbaa stole it early in our categories.
What's funny about
See, that was a good segue. Come on now.
Yeah.
Not as
I
good
gotta
as
get
mine.
credit for that.
Not as good as mine earlier.
Yeah, no, I killed it.
I killed
didn't
it,
even
and I didn't
realize
know it. You see the dopey aspects. You see.
Okay, but side characters who stole the show, though, for real, I do believe it's Timon and Pumbaa. Literally, Lion King 1.5 is them literally stealing
The show, yeah.
You watch Mufasa, and they stole the show, or tried to steal the show there.
They actually
like
did,
in
a
every
little bit.
movie. Yeah. In every movie, they steal the show. And this is honestly who I thought of when I thought of the funniest characters, too, was Timon and Pumbaa. But I had a hard time not saying them because they are just the best overall characters.
They
I
are pretty
think
funny.
the more I watch Mufasa, and I like the live action Lion King. I know you weren't a big fan of it, RJ, but like
No.
I enjoyed it.
Beyonce ruined it for me.
Okay. I like the new Timon and Pumbaa a lot. The actors that play them,
They're all right.
I mean, the classics are good, but the new ones are really funny, and they
are pretty good.
They update them, they own them well, and
Yeah.
so I really like them.
Yeah, they're really great in Mufasa too. Like, I'm glad that they added them into Mufasa because I really enjoyed them being in there. But yeah, for sure, I think they are the ones who stole the show. Jesslyn, who steals the show for you?
So I went with probably my all-time favorite side character for this one, and that's Olaf. I love Olaf. I
Yeah,
love
he steals the
everything
show.
about Olaf. Yes.
Yep.
And,
There's nothing
and
wrong
both
with him.
movies and all of the side movies, like little shorts and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't know. At Christmas time, I decorate a lot with snowmen. My mom always did that, and so I've just kind of like picked that up. And so once Disney created a side character that's a snowman, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is for me. And so I've just owned it. So he's incorporated in all of our Christmas decorations now. And he's just so funny. And Josh Gad, I love him. Like he
he's
is
hilarious.
owning.
LeFou.
Well, he was LeFou as well. Yes.
He's done great in the YouTube videos for Disney World as well, where he takes over
Yes,
Jungle
he has
Cruise
just like
and
really
Safari.
owned Disney right now.
Yeah.
Like he's just done a great job. And so I think Olaf is your classic character. He comes in, he's funny, he has great songs, he adds flavor to the movie. Like it's just great. I love it.
Yeah, I would agree. No, who's your favorite side
Or
character
the side
who stole
character.
the show?
The one that stole the show for me is Lumiere, obviously.
Really?
There's nothing Lumiere doesn't do that doesn't steal the show to me.
Yeah.
Like, be our guest. Like, everything he does, he's like a part. When he's a part of a scene, he is the scene, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can't name one scene in that movie where it's like, oh, there's Lumiere. Like, with Cogsworth, I can do that.
So you think that Lumiere is the best part of Beauty and the Beast?
One of. Like,
Yeah.
out of all the side characters, he's definitely the best out of the entire
Yeah.
film.
No, I think he's a great side character. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he stole the show pretty much everywhere he's been.
Well, unfortunately, because it was our first video, we did have a technical glitch right at the very end, of course.
Yay! Go us.
We're pros.
Well, it's our first time. We're professionals. We've got everything down pat. RJ didn't procrastinate at all with editing the video. Maybe a little.
It's
Maybe I should have
currently
recorded
Sunday night, and our episode releases at midnight. So.
We got exactly 4 hours to do this.
this. But we still wanted to get those last 3 points in because we felt like they were so important to the episode. And so we are recording this last little bit. So if you saw a quick change of outfit, well, not me because I wore the same thing
And
again.
the fact
because
that
I'm cool
my
like
voice
that.
is currently changing. since our
The
last
fact that I have a
recording.
new portrait in the background.
But we are gonna get this episode out today.
We will do this.
So I
episode will
apologize
happen.
for those of you who are listening on the podcast. You probably aren't going to notice much of a difference, but for those of you who are watching on our very first video, of course, you are going to notice a little bit of a difference.
Giant jump
Yeah.
cut, like 5-day long jump cut.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started with our next category, which is going to be the best sidekick song. The best sidekick song. And this has been the 5-day segue, so we'll just go ahead and lead right into
That rhymed.
Hey,
We always
that was
like
cool.
pointing out things that rhyme. We need a
We'll go
post-it
ahead and
note.
Start with the segue king, Noah. What is your best sidekick song?
Well, let me look at my notes again.
It's been a couple days.
I remember we did this super cool segue because I was like, Jesslyn, you need to ask me what my favorite
Oh, yeah,
sidekick
yeah.
song
Okay,
was.
we want to start that
Yeah.
over? Okay.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Noah, what's your favorite
Yes.
sidekick song?
Well, this is actually perfect random chance of situation because as per usual, we are always doing this on the first try. So since we're perfectly segueing from 10 minutes ago, as my favorite sidekick that stole the show was Lumiere, of course, the favorite sidekick song is Be Our Guest. How could you not? With that type of segue, like honestly,
No, for real. That is such a great sidekick song, though. Like,
get stuck in your head.
Yeah.
especially if you go eat at Be Our Guest at Magic Kingdom, because like they have the gray stuff, and the gray stuff,
delicious.
it's delicious,
It's all
and
right.
it came
It's all right.
from that song. So like, it's just so
Yeah.
important. It's
so
okay.
perfect.
It's like
And
an
the name of the restaurant's
Oreo
the
cream.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
used
made
to
it
be
one time.
worse. It used to be worse, and they changed the recipe, and it's a little better now than what it was the first time we tried it.
I've
The
always
first time we
liked it.
tried it, it just tasted like a whipped cream, but it didn't have any like cookies and cream type flavoring like it
It
does
used to be
now.
like an entire like almost cupcake. You know how like Disney has like that
Yeah.
paper cupcake stuff,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
cupcake tin, and it was just like a swirl of the gray stuff in it. And I don't really know what it was, but yeah, it was all right, I think. But
Did
yeah,
you
Be Our
have
Guest
it?
top 10. I could not, but top 10 like that's top 10 Disney songs of all time.
Okay.
By far, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's without question that's one of the best Disney songs of all time.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the most well known. And I would say that that is probably, and I am a huge Belle fan. Like, Belle, lover. Belle, lover, right? Like, the one thing I hated about the live action was that song, because in the animated one, Belle's happy and she's clapping and she loves it. But in the live action, she's just sitting there like, this is cool. And I'm like, no, this is your time to be happy. You're in the castle, So it is a great song.
Yeah, I really like it. It's one of those songs that once you hear it one time, it gets stuck in your head and you can't get it out of your head. It's kind of like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Like
Yeah.
once you hear that song, it's stuck
Yeah.
in your head all day.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to give mine next because I think mine is the best, and that is Friend Like Me. I love, love, love that song. I love both the Robin Williams and the Will Smith version of it. I think that both are unique and have their own special way of going about it, but I really do enjoy both of them for their own uniqueness. And I love that Will Smith didn't try to copy what Robin Williams did, but I also really just enjoyed the song as in both versions, their own unique way. So I
Yeah.
think they're fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Friend Like Me. The other one that I had a hard time not choosing, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, and that is Shiny.
Oh,
I
That's
really
a
like
good one.
Shiny.
I thought you were gonna
Tamatoa,
pick
eating
mine.
of grandmas, it's perfect.
I hate my grandma.
It hits all of the markers.
I love that one.
I almost picked that one. I was like, that was one of my favorite ones. I love Shiny, and that was one of those ones that gets stuck in your head all the time.
Is
too.
that
Yes.
a side character, or is that just a minor villain? Tamatoa?
Yeah, I feel like he's a
Hasn't
sidekick
always
to
been this
the
glam.
if you've seen Moana 2, he's a sidekick to that one like the new character they just introduced at the end of the movie. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, anyway.
I forgot what we were talking about because I've been singing this song.
You just kept on singing, just like.
Jocelyn, what's yours? Because that's related as well.
It is related. So my favorite human side character was Maui. So of course, my favorite side character song is "You're Welcome." It is like the best, probably one of the best Disney songs ever, and it's very
It's
addicting.
really good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I think I have the same, like, when I heard Dwayne Johnson sing this song for the first time and, like, I watched it in the movie, I was like, that is not a good song, and he is not a good singer. But the more I listened to it, the more that the song grew on me, and the more I came to enjoy the song. And then, like, even the new one, Can I Get a Chi-Hoo? I really like that one as well. Like, the more I listen to it, the more I enjoy the song. I know Jocelyn doesn't like it.
It's not great.
See, I just, like, the first couple
Felt like
times
it
I
had no
listened to it, I was like,
direction.
I don't like it. But now I'm starting to, like, every time it comes on, I'm like, oh, yeah, I like this song.
No.
But You're Welcome is definitely way better. But I do like Can I Get a Chi-Hoo?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so kind of going
one fan out there.
along with our villain, trying to figure out if the crab, shiny crab, was
Shiny
a
crab.
villain.
Tamatoa.
Who do you
But
think?
he hasn't always been that glam.
He was a
He was a
drab
sad
little
little-
crab once.
And he ate his grandma. Again, gets all markers on the songs. For a Disney rubric song,
The
sidekick
segue
song,
is
it gets
going
all of
so
it.
well.
This is what happens when you get like at least 2 out of 3 ADHD people on a podcast and on video.
Wait, who is who?
I think we know it.
Oh yeah, we definitely know.
I
yeah,
don't know
it's
it.
me and you, Jesslyn, and then RJ's like he's the other side of mental stuff.
It's
He's
funny
on the other
because
side
I'm
of the
probably
river.
more ADHD than Jocelyn is.
It's true.
That might be true.
I just like
Continue
pick
with
up
your
on
segue.
Noah's ADHD when I'm around him.
Yeah, it's contagious.
She catches. It's like a satellite. I'm just sending out the frequencies, and you're catching my drift.
Okay, anyways, like I was saying, some of our villains have really good side characters. So, in your opinion, RJ, who is the best villain side character?
I picked a more lovable side character, if you will, for a villain side character, but I like the ruffians from Tangled, like in the Snuggly Duckling.
Yes.
Like they feel like they're not really villains, but they are super cool characters, and I enjoy them like as a whole. And then like I know this is gonna kind of be an offshoot Disney thing, but if you've ever watched the Tangled TV series, they're even more lovable in that series too. And I really enjoyed their characters and their character development in that series even more. And they're so involved in that storyline that it just makes it fun. And I really like all of them as this villain sidekicks, if you will, or like they're not really, I don't know, they kind of don't classify as sidekicks, but they do in the same sense. I don't know.
They're not like, they're sidekicks. They're side characters, but they're not like helpful to the main villain, which is Mother Gothel.
They're kind of like minor
Right.
characters.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what they would be named as. They're in that
They're
gray
just
zone.
like supporting characters.
Yeah.
But I still like them, and they're villains, so I'm counting it.
That's good.
They have a
Jesslyn, who's
dream.
yours gonna be?
Okay, I think that I have picked the best villain side character.
Really?
All right, who's yours?
We'll be the judge of that.
Kronk. He
You won.
is.
She wins.
The council has decided. In fact, yes.
Oh, Kronk. I love Kronk. I love him so much. And he's so funny. And him and Yzma are a great duo. You know, like the serious and then the nutty. I love it. And I think probably my favorite line, even though he doesn't say it, it's the wrong lever, Kronk. You know, like I love that. Yeah.
That's literally the one I quote the most. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. That one's one
always
of
a
my
good one.
favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy that one.
What do you think,
Well,
Noah?
Okay, so my side villain characters. I chose one, but they're kind of a group. I chose one specifically just because I think he's the most funny out of all of them. But I chose Eddie from Lion King, one of the crazy hyena. I'm not sure if that's like a reflection of myself, but I just think he's just like the whole trio of the hyenas is just really funny.
Yeah.
Because you see how like calculated Scar is and how like intelligently he makes his moves, and then he has this really dumb group of hyenas helping him out. And if it weren't for them, I don't think the movie would have changed.
Yeah.
For that fact, because they're not very smart, but that makes it even better because it shows that they're there just for comedic purpose, and I like that.
Okay, so around COVID time when we were like in quarantine, Instagram was doing these filters like similar to like your Snapchat filters, where it was like, which Disney character are you? And so you put it over your face and it rotates through. Well, we had just had Bella. And so I put it, and she's like a newborn. Like we're talking months old, right? So I'm holding her and I'm doing this filter, and she got Eddie. And so, like, when I laugh, like my whole body's involved. Like I just bounce, right? And
You can see that on our new YouTube channel.
Yes, you can. And so imagine sitting in an old church pew with me if I started laughing, like the whole pew just like rattles. Anyway, so in the video, there's like no sound. You just see her getting the snapshot of Ed or Eddie, whatever his name is, and all you see is my phone just shaking up and down from myself laughing.
Wait, you didn't tell that story last time I recorded this.
No, it just happened.
Oh, wow.
Keeping it fresh.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to our last topic, which is which sidekick would you want to have in real life or be around in real life? Jessalyn, why don't you give us yours first?
Okay. If I had to pick any sidekick to keep with me at all times, I would pick Baby Groot in his pot form, where he just like dances, you know, and we would like dance to September. I do like him when he's like little Groot, when he's like out of the planter or whatever.
He'd be a hassle at that point.
Almost like toddler Groot. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I would carry him with me everywhere. It would be awesome.
Yeah, I do like Baby Groot, toddler Groot. And what is it, Guardians 2? Is that when he comes out?
Yeah.
Toddler Groot, and they're like trying to get him to tape the button or whatever.
Wrong button. Do not press that button.
He's one of my
like
favorite characters
sometimes.
in that one. Yeah.
I guess I
And your
would like
nephew as
have
well,
to
I think.
learn like Groot language.
Yeah. Well, no, if you're family, you understand Groot language.
Yeah, but Rocket.
Yeah, but like the reason that they explain that in the end of Guardians 3, remember, where all of us can understand him, where he says, I love you guys.
Oh, yes.
And we can all hear it.
Oh,
Was it in the Christmas
yes.
special or in movie 3?
It was the
No.
third one. Yes.
The third
Yeah.
one. Because that was the last one, right? And they
So
wanted
if
to
you're-
kinda send you off.
If you're a part of his family, you understand what he's saying. If you're not, then you don't. So if you did, you would understand what he's saying. Anyway.
I love those movies so much. Like they are so good.
Hopefully
Noah.
James Gunn can do it well
Hi.
in DC.
I got a new Chris Pratt Funko Pop.
Chris
Pratt.
who?
Chris Pratt.
You think you said Prot.
I'm like
the
on a
second
lot
time
of
around.
I'm like on a lot of cold medicine right now.
That's enough of an excuse.
Anyways,
All right, Noah, who would you pick if you had a sidekick that you wanted to be around?
So this was a little bit, I wouldn't say obnoxious, but just really hard to like maneuver unless it's in your house and your house has an elevator / ramp. But I chose R2-D2 from Star Wars.
Duh.
How cool would it be to have like an
Yeah.
astromech just follow you around everywhere and sass your every movement? We kind of have that with AI
100%.
now, but like R2 is so sassy, and I think we would do really well together because we would never agree on something. because
Yes.
it's just two butting heads. It's not a great mix, but like I could just be like, R2, do this for you, fix my wiring, make my light turn on, everything. It's like an Alexa but on wheels.
Yes.
You just set off everybody who's listening to this out loud by saying that word.
Alexa, what's the weather right now?
Nobody's gonna like you anymore.
Please email us or comment on any Instagram post if your Alexa went off.
Stop saying the word.
Please tell us what your Alexa said the weather was like.
Oh.
Mine currently in my room did not go off because she hates me. She literally hates me.
So if your Alexas hate you, it won't matter at this point. Now that we've said it 4 times.
My favorite is definitely gonna be the genie. Like, I would love to have the genie as a sidekick.
Yeah.
Even just like personality wise, the genie would be fun to hang out with. Take out all the wishes, for example, but just like the genie personality wise. And I had a hard time because I tried not to duplicate these. And so like Timon and Pumbaa would probably be my ultimate, but then Genie would be my second, because Timon and Pumbaa would just like constantly make me laugh everywhere they went. And then the genie would be second, personality wise, to hang out with. So I don't know what's going on between these two.
I think I said they would be pretty hunnily, and I was like, hunnily? What does that mean? I was trying to say hilarious and funny at the same time, but they just kind of work, you know?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for understanding our weird jump in recordings and how that all worked, and I apologize for not editing this sooner and catching it so we could record it, like normal. But I appreciate you guys and your understanding. For those of you watching on video for the first time, for those of you who listened on the audio, you're going to be like, what in the world are you talking about? But that's okay. We really appreciate it. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to us on YouTube now. And that will be posted on our social media platforms. So you'll have all the links through our link tree so you can follow us on YouTube. And so that's going to be super awesome and exciting. If you're not already following us on social media, we do have a link tree now, which will have all of our links to our email, our Facebook, our Instagram. It'll have our email to our YouTube, our podcast. So if you listen to it on a specific platform, you can click the link on there. We do try to post these episodes every Sunday night, Monday morning. This one might be a little bit late, and I apologize in advance if it is. I'm going to try my best to get it edited as quickly as possible and posted. And we do post these every Monday. Tell your friends about us. We definitely want to see and hang out with more people. And so the more people interact with us, the more exciting and fun this podcast can be, because we get more questions, more interactions, and just more fun in general. Well, do you guys have anything else that you want to say? You
just want to
both
be
look
like
you have.
those cool YouTubers that say, make sure you click and subscribe to my videos. Hit that little bell.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
And hit the like button, but if you hit the dislike button, tell us why. That's a new one. New people are
And
using that
tell
one.
us
to catch
in the comments what you liked about our video presentation today.
or what you didn't like,
Or if your echo got set off, because you're supposed to say echo and not the other word.
Just talk to us. Won't you be a friend?
Won't you be my neighbor?
Hey, and guess what, guys?
Hi.
We are not going to switch to the same pre-recorded message we switched to last week, because we have a new pre-recorded message. It's basically the same message,
the
just
same thing.
recorded in video format.
I take great offense to that. Oh my word, RJ. We are done. We're done.
Recorded in video fat.
This conversation is over.
That was terrible. Well, anyways, thank you so much for hanging out. And now we are not literally going to switch to the same pre-recorded message we played
Jesse, you my
last
Mickey
week.
Mouse?
Yes.
You're like, there you go. Grab it.
Got it. Well, I hope you enjoyed our show. Before you go, please don't forget to gather your belongings and head over to our email at carouselpod@gmail.com to ask us your questions. Oh, and wouldn't you believe it? You can now bring the magical sense of vacation right into your home. Check out the Magic Candle Company and use our exclusive link with the code CarouselPod at checkout to get 15% off your order. And don't forget, we're here to help you plan your future Disney trips. Just send us a message at rj@famvia.com. Until next time, we'll see you in a great, big, beautiful week.